Hello, beautiful friends. This is Leah Marie coming to you with your weekly 3 card oracle reading. And it is a pick a card this week from the deck Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides Oracle, which is a really fun deck of all kinds of cool animals. So the animals are wanting to speak to the collective tapping in this week, and I'm really excited to see what messages they have for everybody. As I was pre-shuffling a little bit, the beautiful rattlesnake came out, and I feel inclined to just share that brief message that it is all about everything that is happening right now, especially those of us who do feel called to healers, perhaps tapping in. That a lot of what you might be experiencing is part of an initiation to come into the true and full healer that you are meant to be here. And so the rattlesnake may come out in the spread, we'll see, but it popped out when I was pre-shuffling, and it felt very relevant both for myself, but also felt like it needed to be mentioned to the group. So we'll see who else pops out. Oop, and two just shot out the bottom here. So I'll set those up top. And we'll get one more for the 3 today, unless Spirit has something else in mind for us, but we'll see how it goes here. So I hope everybody's doing well, staying healthy, and finding ways to enjoy their time and staying nice and grounded, getting outside wherever you can if that's an option for you. And one more card here. And that one. All right. So let's see what we have here. So these ones are all read in the upright today because the animal guides are here as helpers and guides. And so if you haven't tapped in before, the way we work this will be card number 1, 2, and 3. And so I just invite you, if there's a specific something that you want guidance, clarity, confirmation on, to bring that into your conscious awareness now, so that you can put that energy out to Spirit to guide you to the card that is going to best help you with what you're going through. If you don't have anything specific, just feel free to do Spirit's choice and let whatever message you need to receive come to you today. So with all that being said, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with everybody, and I invite you to simply check in with your own intuition. That is one of the reasons I do this, is so that you can work to build your own intuitive connection. And so if this stuff resonates, great. If it doesn't, release it. You can check out one of the other timeless videos on the channel and really just go into your own heart and feel into whether or not it resonates with you. It isn't something that you need to force. It's going to just be there and resonate, or it won't, and either is okay. This is just part of the growth and development practice. And so you can choose 1, 2, or 3 of the cards. Sometimes they do all have a overarching message, so I will leave all 3 flipped forward once I do the reading, so that you can tap into that to see if perhaps there is a larger overarching message for you. So go ahead and select your card, and I will have timestamps in the description box below for you to go to a specific one if you did just want to do 1 card to start. So we'll go ahead and start with the first card here, which is the elk. Stand tall and maintain your dignity no matter what, and others will treat you with the respect that you deserve. So the elk is a really strong symbol of endurance as well. They are incredibly strong. As many of you know, they travel in herds, and it isn't just that they are together in groups, it's also this really powerful energy of being able to traverse really large expanses of land, and they can just keep going and keep going and keep going. And the key with them in their ability to do that is because they pace themselves. They maintain a pace that allows them to keep going because they don't always know how long the journey is going to be. And so, right now, this is speaking to you might be on a journey and you don't necessarily know how long it's going to take, and that's okay. And now is time to really manage your energy. Make sure that you're resting properly, that you are really paying attention to your movements and paying attention to the food that you're putting into your body, and really giving yourself all the nourishment that you need, treating yourself really well so that you can endure whatever process or whatever challenges you may or may not be facing now or in the future, because sometimes this timeline could shift, or perhaps you've even been coming out of something that's required your endurance, or you're like just so close, that you're needing that last push of energy. And so that is one big element with them, in addition to the message on the card. And so I will address the message on the card, which is talking about, standing tall, maintaining your dignity. And what this is really coming through us in terms of intuitively how I'm feeling this is it's like standing tall in your personal power from a place of love and peace, so that you are putting that energy out, because that is going to attract back to you love, peace, and respect. When there are challenges in life, for example, we might have people that get really emotional or aggressive or angry, and they might try to lash out at us or do things that are more aggressive in behavior, perhaps. And sometimes the quick response is to react in kind, to get angry, to allow those people to unsettle our emotions. And what the elk is calling to you is to be able to stand in the face of anything from this very dignified, powerful, empowered place, to get the respect that you deserve by not following suit with the reckless emotions, or unruly energy is the term that I'm hearing. So it's really being able to meet those situations with this strength and stability, because that's what has the ability to neutralize that other really erratic energies. So if that is something that is going on or has gone on, or is something that you might experience with certain types of people in your life, because sometimes this isn't like all the time, this might just be certain people at certain times, they bring their drama and or they come at us for things. And being able to stand in your power, head tall, and in a really like loving way, will help you get the respect you deserve, and will help show people like you will not tolerate being treated that way. And you're putting that energy out of strength and endurance and the ability to face any kind of energy that comes your way. And, as a side note, they are an antlered animal. And so they do have a certain amount of protection built in to their being. And the elk is just saying, I have this protection here. You have that protection within you. But, it's not something you're going to use aggressively, unless it's kind of like last case scenario, and then it's really more defending your physical well-being. So I'm talking more like if someone were to come at you physically, versus the message on here is really referring more if someone's like it's an emotional, interaction with someone versus physical. And so the elk's saying like, if I don't have to engage and use these antlers, I'm not going to, but in the event that I am being physically threatened, then yes, I can. And so this is also speaking to like proper use of personal power. So you can be a very powerful being, but that doesn't mean that you use that power to be aggressive. Like it's more about being in love and being in peace with that power, because that energy is way more powerful and will gain way more respect and love, and and kindness than using it in, a more dominating way. So this is really just encouraging you also to look at how are you using your personal power and what is your relationship like with that. So, this is feeling like the one last nugget that Elk wants to share is also just about like finding your herd, like finding the other beautiful beings that you really do resonate with, that you can endure with, that want to go the distance with you, like friendships, romantic partners, family members, even like all I'm being shown like all relationships and like this beautiful herd of elk like traveling together and being like, yup, it doesn't matter what's going on, it doesn't matter what we're facing. We are a unit, we are a team, we are doing this together, we are enduring together and motivating each other to move together to be our best selves. And so this also feels like if you pick this card, it is really inviting you to sink deeper into that group or to open up to finding that group of people if you haven't found that yet. And so that is the message for those of you who picked the first card. So thank you to you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and move to the second card, which is the Falcon. So this is actually really beautiful. I saw a few falcons flying around my neighborhood last night, so I am not surprised that this popped up, although it always is fun confirmation. So this one is saying, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without evocation. So this is really beautiful. So the falcons are one of the magical birds of prey, and they're generally one of the smaller species, but they are known as pretty much the top speed. I think there might be one other one that's kind of like close to them, but they really are known for coming in swiftly. And so right out of the gate, the falcon is like, this is about swift action. And so, as it says, act on the opportunity that's before you and commit to it without evocation. So, there might be something in your life that you have been seeing an opportunity and you just haven't maybe known how to take action, or you haven't taken action yet. And the falcon is a messenger from spirit. Generally, the birds of prey and birds in general are messengers of spirit, but the falcon is one that's like coming in hot. So it's like spirit's coming in to give you a message right now, and it may simply be for you if there is an opportunity that you've been considering that you have not yet acted on. This is confirmation that it is time to act. If there isn't an opportunity that you're consciously aware of, the feeling I'm getting from this is that spirit is going to be coming in very soon with a message for you about what's next, about an opportunity, or giving you clarity on an opportunity. So this could be in any area of your life. I'm getting an overarching for some of you. It could be related to work. It could be related to love. It could be related to taking action on a project or a creative endeavor. It's really could be related to any of those or things outside of what I've mentioned. I'm seeing it in a very general way in terms of opportunity. But it's really this energy of like, seize the day. If there's opportunities in front of you that you want, that you're not taking, take a look at what it is that's in between like you and that opportunity. Because a lot of times we will see these opportunities or feel these opportunities, and then old programs come up. Fear comes up, doubt comes up, worry comes up. Super normal until we push through and we face those things, and we do that enough times that we realize, like, hey, I want what I want, and the opportunities are being presented. The universe is supporting me. It's giving me these things, but it's my fear, worry, doubt, or being in my head that's preventing me from having it. And I have been feeling this energy quite a bit in the collective lately, and I've seen it in myself where I've really had to stay focused in bringing myself back into my heart, because the energies swirling around right now are they just feel very disruptive. They're very thought based. There's a lot of fear. There's a lot of worry and doubt in the overarching humanity's collective with everything that's going on right now. And so if you are an empath or someone who feels energies deeply, this could be affecting you, and it might not even be your own worries or doubts or things. It could be you also feeling the collective of humanity that's going through a lot of uncertainty. And so I just really invite you, if there's something that you want to act on and you haven't, like, look at what is preventing you from that. If you don't know, ask spirit to show you what is preventing you and to show you how to break free of that. Spirit will give you everything that you need. It will bring in a messenger like this or another one to help you. And I do feel those of you that chose this, if you do need more clarity, I kind of am getting this vibe that this card is going to help. So you might want to stay on for the last one as well. But really just looking at the opportunities in your life, and the without evocation is like standing out. So without hesitation, without looking back, like just go into your heart. Like, is this what I want? Is this what I need? Is this really, important to me? And if it is, if it lights you up, if you feel it in your body, then trust that that is what your soul is calling you to, and don't let anything get in your way. And this is really what's being called for in life for many of us right now, because we're in a time where a lot of old shadow self stuff and old wounds and patterns are coming up to be healed. So there are also at the same time going to be a lot of new opportunities coming in. And at the same time, we have to clear out that old energy in order to bring in these new opportunities fully. So just be aware of that as well. So thank you for those of you who picked card number 2, the Falcon. I am excited for all the opportunities that are there or presenting themselves for you guys. So I'm going to go on to number 3 here, which is the Blue Heron. Make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. And so just as I was feeling, this absolutely ties in with the Falcon, not only the bird energy, but also making a stand for what you believe in. And this can happen, this can often be something that we need to do for ourselves. And really, this is tying even into the first one. For those of you who didn't listen to that one, there was some energy of standing in our personal power. And so this is where making a stand comes in. Like, we need to stand in our personal power in order to do that. And in order to do what we feel is right, in spite of the judgment or disapproval from others. So I'm just going to be really direct with this one because that's what I'm being guided to. There are going to be people that are going to judge no matter what anyone does. So you might do what you want to do and they're going to judge you. You might do what you think they want you to do and they're going to judge you or disapprove. The point I'm making essentially is that there are going to be people that agree and disagree with us no matter what we do. So I strongly encourage you to make a stand for what you believe in, for what you believe is right, to take the opportunities that your soul is calling you to, because the reality is it's about your happiness. And wouldn't you rather be happy making decisions that you feel called to, that your soul is calling you to, and living a life that brings you joy and happiness, even if people judge it? It's a way better option energetically than making decisions that you don't really want to make for other people, not being happy, and also still being judged or disapproved of. Because I have seen this in many scenarios. I've experienced it. I have clients that experience this stuff and talk about it regularly. So the energy that's really been coming through for a lot of people lately is this: it is time for us to stand up for what we believe in and let go of what other people think of us. I know this is like one of these adages where it sounds really easy, but it's not so easy to do. And I get that. I experience that as well. And at the same time, we have to start somewhere. So start where you are. What is something that you do believe in that you have been holding back on talking about, or that you have been holding back on taking action on because you've had worry, fear, doubt about being judged or having other people disapprove of your actions or your decisions? So look at where you may have been doing that or may still be doing that in your life, and look at what is holding you back from that. This is very similar to the Falcon message in that energy of, what's between you and your dreams. Like, you came here for a very specific purpose. You have a set of beliefs that your soul is resonating and wants to express in this life. And there are always going to be people in our lives who have differing opinions. That's part of the dynamic of life. That gives us contrast and dimension, and it's all very necessary. And it isn't good or bad, it just is the way that life works. So, this is really calling you to stand in your own power and stand up for what you believe in. And I do feel that with everything going on in the world right now, this is also speaking to people standing up and speaking up for like unification, for oneness, for justice, for everyone getting their needs met, for everybody having equal opportunity to thrive. And so, if you have been tapping into more activism energy or really feeling like, how can I get out and be a part of this, movements that are happening on a global level, well, the best way for any of us to do that is to start with our self, to make a stand for ourself and our life, and to bring that energy out into the world. Because when you do that, when you take a stand for you, for your beliefs, for your happiness, and you do that without letting anyone else take that away from you, because really, I'll say it this way: no one else can take that away from you unless you let them. No one can take your power from you unless you let them. So this is a really important message. Spirit's like my heart's getting really hot right now with this energy of like, if you feel like someone has power over you on some level, it is because you are giving it to them. You are letting them because you are not standing up for what you believe in or what you feel is right. And so this may just resonate for some of you, or this may be like times when you guys are around certain people that do things in such a way that make you feel like you're not as powerful, or like you feel like you need to shrink. Like, this is calling you to like open your wings. Like, I know this heron isn't wing open, but like open your wings. And I will say, like, when a heron opens its wingspan is immense. So if you haven't looked at pictures of blue herons in flight, I encourage you to do that, for you to see just how expansive their energy is. Also coming through is the blue, the color blue, throat chakra. Big energy in this card about speaking your truth and standing up for what you believe in through speaking your truth. And you know what? People might say things, people might do things. That's all cool. Ask spirit, your guides, your protectors to take care of that for you. You can also, before speaking your truth, call upon all your guides, angels, and helpers to protect you, to help you stand tall, to help you come into your power, and to help you find the words that will be best received by others. Now, they still might have judgments or disapprovals. That's just going to be based on their beliefs, their map of the world, or how they view things, or what they believe to be true or right or wrong. And that's fine. They can have those, but it's ultimately up to you to decide if you want someone else's beliefs to affect your happiness, or if you want your beliefs and your ability to affect your happiness. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So, really strong messages today, overarching with all three of these. Like, And this is just what's so beautiful too. We have stand tall and we have stand for. So there is a very clear message coming through this week about the collective needing to really stand in their power, because there's opportunities coming in for each and every one of you on varying levels. And if you are standing in your power, this is like rocket ship to the moon energy that I'm feeling, where it's just like you acting and standing in this power is going to just rocket you into success, abundance, love, wealth, like all the things that you have been asking for, whatever you've been asking for. It's like the key is standing in your power. That is the key that will unlock whatever it is that you have been asking for. So I am really grateful for those of you who chose this card and those of you who perhaps watched all three. And so, with this energy, I really am excited for you guys stepping into that personal power, that solar plexus chakra. So, you may also want to do some work on that too, and just kind of see what needs to be unfolded for you with that. So I wish you all well and much love. And if you have any questions or you want to share anything, please feel free to pop in the description box. There's ways to get in contact with me there. And I will connect with you again soon. Much love.